All right, so we're going to look at analyzing data representations, specifically from dot plots, histograms, and box plots. So these three ways to represent data provide us with different pieces of information. And if you recall, last class we talked about measures of central tendency and how they vary and can differ based on the different data that we're looking at and how new data can affect those. Now we're going to be looking at the way graphs can show those different types of measures and what graphs best represent the different measures. So the first one we're going to look at is a dot plot, and dot plots show the values of the data and clearly indicate any clusters, gaps, and outliers. Histograms show the distribution of the data within a data set and the shape of the data. And then lastly, box plots show the measure and spread of the distribution. So like I said, the first one that we're going to look at is dot plot. And a dot plot is this graph here on the right side. Okay. So this is ultimately what we are going to be creating here in a few minutes. This graph in the middle is a box plot. Some of you might have called it a box and whisker plot previously. We're just going to refer to it as a box plot. And then this one on the left side is a histogram. Okay. So, like I said, the first one we're looking at is a dot plot. And this is the example we're going to use to represent that dot plot. So we have Manuel who's looking to buy a new car with the gas mileage that is shown here on the gas tank. He wants to determine if the gas mileage of the car that he's looking at is good compared to other cars in the similar type of price range to what he's looking to buy. So he wants to compare the fuel efficiency of those cars with the car that he's looking at buying to make sure it's a good deal for him to buy in terms of miles per gallon. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to take these values here at the top and we're going to put all of them on this dot plot. So the dot plot is a number line with all of the numbers listed out from 20 to 50, and we are going to place a dot above each number every time it is repeated in this set of data. So for the first one, we have 25, then we have 29, 45, 26, 26 again. So then we just put it above it. Then we have 28 and 35, 26 again. So we just keep going up. And 31, 27, 26 again. So we just continue to add to that. And now we're going to do the same thing with 27 and then 30 and then 28, 28, and 28 to end that. Okay. So this is a dot plot. We have our number line listed out with all the values, and you can clearly see how each value in the data set is represented on here. So for us, it's with these little dashes. Now, if you recall from the question, Manuel wanted to determine how the fuel efficiency of the car he wanted to buy compared to the fuel efficiency of the other cars. So if we go back to the dot plot and we look at this, it looks like most of the data is clustered between 31 or the highest is 31 and the lowest is 25. So for his car that he was looking at to get a fuel mileage of 26 miles per gallon, that would look to be very comparable to the miles per gallon of the cars that he collected the data on. So it would appear that based on miles per gallon, Manual has chosen a good car comparable to the others in that same class.